Hello everyone, I'm Goldie Tiwari and today I'm here to talk about why I fast on Fridays. So, when I was a kid, I saw my father fasting on Fridays for Santoshi Mata. She is a goddess, a popular goddess in India, a goddess for satisfaction. So, people usually fast for her for prosperity and peace and satisfaction in life. So, I saw my father fasting every Fridays and he enjoyed the fast so much. He was happy the whole day, and he's basically a very contented person, and especially on Fridays he's super contented and super happy. It always made me curious that why is he so happy on Fridays, and I always thought maybe I should also try fasting and know whether it's a good thing or not. So when I became a teenager and I was allowed to fast, I requested my parents, like, please give me permission, and they said okay, go on. And when I was 13 or 14, I think, I started my Friday fasts. Initially I started for my curiosity, like what makes my father so happy on Fridays. And let me first explain you what's fasting, what I mean by fasting on Fridays. So it's like, um, we can drink water or milk or some any thing, but we don't eat a proper meal during the morning and the daytime, but we can have one small meal in the evening, or small, or maybe you can have a full-fledged meal in the evening. So only one meal a day is fasting. That's how people usually fast in India. Hindus actually fast that way in India. So but in the daytime, if you feel hungry, or you're feeling dizzy, you can just eat fruits and nuts and drink milk. That can be done. So that's how Hindus usually fast. Some Hindus also fast like without water, not even a single drop of water and food the entire day. But my father used to eat one meal in the evening, and throughout the day he didn't eat anything, just drink some water and drink some tea. So that's how he fasted. And yeah, so the story, I took the fast, and I fasted for another 13 years of my life. So every Friday I was fasting. But initially I took it out of curiosity. But even after 13 years of fasting every Friday, I couldn't find that enjoyment. Actually, I was proud of myself just continuing it for 13 years, because I was proud of myself for doing something that my father also does, because he was my role model. And but I could not find that happiness. Actually, I was always curious. I was still a curious person to know, like, why he is so happy on Fridays. And then I thought maybe I should fast because of religious purposes. That time I was not yet sure about my religiosity, so I started thinking, okay, maybe I'm a religious person and I should continue the fast for religious purposes. So by religious purposes we mean, in India, Hindus fast um, uh, uh, primarily for two reasons. First is they make a wish to God, and they promise that we will fast and please grant our wishes. So that is one reason. So you demand from God, and in exchange you offer your devotion in the form of not eating by fasting. So that is one reason. Another thing is, people just want to make God happy in general, so they take up some kind of fast every week. So people, Hindus in India, they not for all of course, but Hindus in India, they like to feel closer to God in the form of fasting and other things. They do everyday pujas and all. So that is a religious purposes. So I thought, at the time I was not very sure about my religiosity. So I thought, since I was not feeling happy about it, I was not enjoying it. I was proud that I can do this fast, but I was not happy, intrinsically happy about it. So I thought maybe I'm a religious person and I should define my fast as religious fasting. So I started doing that. So I continued again. So it took me like 13 years to realize that I'm actually not a religious person as all also. I'm semi religious, I would say, but I'm not a total religious person, and I'm not enjoying this fast. So, after 13 years of my life, I just stopped fasting. I stopped fasting on Fridays. Of course, there was another reason also. I started doing my PhD, and as they say, when you grow more into education, then you start questioning religion and faith and God and those things. So it also started happening to me also. I was in my mid 20s and I started questioning the existence of God, religions, the importance of faith, and all that kind of stuff. So I stopped fasting altogether. For another, it was in 2014 I stopped fasting, and I didn't fast for 3 years. So till 2017 I did not fast. Then again in 2017, some I missed fasting because it was a habit from my childhood and I took it for 13 years. So I started missing it. And I intermittently fasted for 1.5 year. So somewhere in 2017 and 18 I intermittently fasted. But then I started not enjoying it. And I started also starving. I did not like not eating food. I became a foodie then, and then I could not enjoy not eating food, so I stopped it again. But then very recently, I've realized that uh, I miss a lot of things about my childhood. So once I was writing my journal and I listed things like which I liked about my teenage and my childhood and my past in general. And I was reminiscing over things which I enjoyed as a kid, as a teenager, and as a young person. Now I'm in my early 30s. So I'm 30 now. So I was just rekindling those memories and reminiscing over past. And this thing came on the top of my list actually. I missed Friday fasts actually. So that was one reason. Another reason was I analyzed like why I took the fasting for 13 years. First, because it made me proud. But since I'm not feeling proud at all, and now I'm not religious also. So why what made me feel it what made is making me miss it. So I've realized that it brought a discipline to my life. Yes, Friday fast indeed brought a lot of discipline to my life. Discipline in terms of my relationship with my food. At the time, I never realized that you can have a healthy or unhealthy relationship with your food. Because of my Friday fast, I never had to think about it. Since see, I was fasting on Friday, so I always made sure that I eat well the entire week. And on Fridays I made sure that I noticed my body, like because I knew that I'm fasting all day. So I noticed my body every moment, like, oh, am I feeling thirsty? I drink some water. Oh, am I feeling dizzy? So I ate a piece of fruit. So it made me observant towards my body. So when I was fasting for 13 years, I was very cautious of what I'm eating and what I'm doing. So I gave myself liberties on Saturdays to eat liberally, a little liberally, because I did a fast on Friday. On Thursdays I made sure that I had a nice dinner, because next day I'm going to fast. So I kept track of my food. Also, it was like it became a yardstick for my daily habit. So it was the only habit that I was sticking to. So it made me pride. So I missed that pride. And I also missed the discipline that came around it, and my relationship with food at that time. So missing it became a very important factor for me to take up the fast again. But the most important factor that made me decide that I should take the Friday fast again in my life was my binge eating and my eating emotional eating. So all the years when I was not fasting, recently from 2017 to the beginning of this year, when I was not fasting, I realized that I took up this very horrible habit of eating away my feelings. I binged ate a lot, and I since I was not keeping a track of food, I did not have any relationship with my food. I always whenever I felt sad, whenever I felt lonely or happy, I just ate my feelings away. I consumed a lot of rice, bread, carbohydrates. And since there was I just let it go, and I became overweight. And I weighed around 68 kilos for a height of 5 feet. It is like obese. And since Friday fasts were not there, so I never thought about food at all. I just, saw something in front of me and consumed it, whether it's sweet, it's salt, or it's maybe spicy food, or maybe rice. Rice was my my comfort food, but it became like really really comforting food for me, and I started eating excessively. So I realized that actually when I was not fasting, I was eating, and I did not have a very, very good track of my food, what I'm consuming. So this was the most important thing. It became very important for me to control my eating habits, to control my emotional habit, and that became the precursor of resuming my Friday fast again. So this year I decided that I should resume my Friday fast, and today so I started fasting beginning from March, and today will be my fourth Friday in the series of Goldie's Friday Fasting 2.0 project. So I call it 2.0 Goldie's project, and yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I'm enjoying it. Today is Friday, so I woke up, I went to the gym, I just came back from the gym. Now I'm enjoying my green tea. I'll take my shower now, and yeah, if I feel hungry, I will eat a little of piece of fruit, maybe a banana or an avocado, or drink some water, and yeah, I will fast today. I'm happy that I could resume it after so many years, and I'm doing it nicely. Actually, I'm again so proud of myself. I'm controlling my even my the one meal I will have today in my dinner. So I'm trying to keep it very less. So I like my body to enjoy the food in the evening a lot, but not in terms of portions. So Friday fast is again helping me to control my portion size, and also my relationship with food. So that's about my Friday fast. I'm not doing it for religious purposes. Not, I don't have a wish for the God, and not any business for with the God. But I'm just doing it for three reasons. I miss it. It brings discipline to my life, and it helps me overcome my binge eating habits. So that's it, guys. That's about my Friday fast. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.